My final trip of 2024 was one I'd been looking forward to for a long time. As a huge fan of Safehaven Marine, I was thrilled to meet Frank, the founder, and his team to experience the T2000 Voyager firsthand. Today we're taking this 21.4 metre high performance blue water catamaran out for a sea trial and speed run. This is hull number 1 and she is powered by twin MAN V12 1550 horsepower engines paired with twin disc quick shift gearboxes and France Hélices SD5 surface drives. This vessel delivers speeds over 50 knots. Its advanced hydrofoil system activates at 20 knots, lifting the hull to reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency by up to 25%. This is the longest video that I've ever uploaded to my channel, but when you watch it you will see why this video turned into a 90-minute feature. Before I show you around this incredible boat, please don't forget to give the video a like and please don't forget to subscribe. My subscriber count is really important because the more subscribers I get, the more boats like this I can get on. But anyway, let's crack on with the boat tour. Guys, welcome back to the channel. You join me in a very windy, very blustery and slightly damp island, but I've come here to film a very special boat and I've been looking forward to coming here to show you this boat. I've been following the journey of this Voyager T2000 since she was launched at the beginning of the year, and for me to come back and for this to be my final trip of 2024, I'm really excited. So behind the camera I've got Jack, and that's Frank, the owner's son. He's going to be my cameraman as I show you around the boat. But let's have a look around the external part of the boat and we'll jump on board and I'll show you around there. Obviously, first and foremost, you'll notice the hull configuration of this boat. On the lower section of the hull, we've got the reversed angle, really fine, slim cutwater that will pierce through those waves. And then obviously at the top section of the hull, we've got the traditional flared bow with really thick spray rails as well. So it helps to ensure that the deck is kept dry when you're really punching through that big stuff. But it's a really, obviously, it's distinctive and standout feature of this boat. Right, let's head along the pontoon and we'll jump on board the boat. Again, another feature that I love and something that's really distinctive about this boat is just the setup of the main deck. As you can see, we've got a seating area up there forward, and then behind the seating area we have the wheelhouse, and they're set back from the bow so that when you are punching through the really big stuff, you're not going to be awash on the deck. So yeah, again, really good feature. The other thing I love as well, the LED lights, the way this boat is lit is really fantastic, and you'll see in more detail obviously when we go on board all the LED lighting and everything else. But anyway, let's jump on board before the next weather system comes in. As you can see, got a boarding gate over here on the starboard side, and also as well you'll notice we've got these windows here that leads into the main master cabin, and we'll go in there and have a look in a second. But we've got really thick windows on there as well because this boat is designed to go out in the gnarly stuff. Remember, you know, Safehaven Marine for the last 25 years have been building really rugged, really robust search and rescue and pilot boats. So they've got a wealth of experience, and you'll see that as we walk around how that's manifested into this absolutely spectacular boat. What I might do actually, Jack, if you come back down here, I'll show them the stern of the vessel before we actually go on board, just so they can get a really good view of that. I mean, check out that cockpit. So as you can see, obviously we've got some seating over there on the port side, and an owner can configure this according to kind of his or her wishes really. quite a lot of customization that's offered by Safehaven Marine. Over here, obviously, you've got the steps that lead down onto this particular part of the deck, and you can see at the moment, and we'll see properly when we get on board, that you can see the stern drives on the boat as well. Now, these are Helicles SD5 stern drives, really powerful stuff. Over there, we've got the exhausts for the engines. This particular boat is powered by twin MAM 1550 horsepower engines, but again, you can configure the engines according to your own wishes, really. You can set that up. If you wanted bigger engines on board, you can do that. Again, over here we've got the slewing crane there for the tender. There's not one on there at the moment, obviously, because we don't need one, but that is where you would stow your tender. The T2000 Voyager features a meticulously engineered tender handling system that ensures effortless operation in any conditions. The tender rests securely on the transom, held in place by sturdy, hinged arms that maintain stability, even in rough seas. When it's time to launch, the discreet, low-profile 250-kilogram crane streamlines the process. Another fantastic feature of the T2000 is the retractable dive platforms integrated into the transom. These platforms provide easy access to the water for diving, swimming, or boarding from the stern. Right, let's jump on board. Over here on the boarding gate. I'll help you, Jack, so you don't fall in. Don't fall in. There we go. As you can see, as we head aft, wide side decks on here as well. So in terms of manoeuvrability and when you're handling the lines, you're not going to be kind of restricted on space around here. So really nice wide side decks. Again, I love the way that this part of the arch of the superstructure comes out as well. It's just such a fantastic design. Of course, you've got the big windows here, big thick windows into the main cabin. And I must admit, I am looking forward to going in there because it is going to be nice and warm, obviously. Right, over here in the cockpit. If I stand over here, there we go. So we've got the ladder over here on the starboard side, leads up onto the Flybridge. We'll go up there in a second and have a look up there. But obviously over here, we've got an area where we can stow some stuff away underneath this. Access into the engine rooms. Got this hatch over here on the starboard side, and of course got a hatch over there on the port side as well. We're going to go down into the engine room once we've finished the sea trial, so I'll add that in later on in the video. Make sure you stay tuned for that part of the video, as it was Frank who joined me in the engine room to talk about the engine configuration and engine options on the T2000. So of course over here on the port side is where we have a seating area, custom made carbon fibre table here. And I was talking to Frank earlier on, and he was saying that if an owner wanted to, then they can configure this area differently. So if you wanted to have different furniture here, or if you wanted to have it set up differently, then you can of course have a seating area on the transom if you wanted that. But I like the way this has been set up, because if you want to, when you are on the way and you go over to the transom, you can look over the side there and see that rooster tower, which we're going to see later on when we're going out on the sea trial. But yeah, in terms of the ability to move around the cockpit freely, you've got ready access to the bollards, both on the port and the starboard side as well, and the capstan as well. So when you are handling the lines, if you are handling the boat or manoeuvring the boat with you and one other person, then it is really well laid out for that. Right, what I think we'll do quickly, we'll head along the port side deck, just very quickly, just to show how wide that is. And also here, you get a pretty good feel for the shear of the boat as well. Now, because it is bucketing down with rain, I'm probably not going to go up there now, but I'll add some B-roll in later on and show that. With a beam of 6.25 metres, the symmetrical side decks on Voyager offer enough width to move around comfortably. So welcome into the cabin of the Voyager T2000. It's nice to be out of the rain and the wind, back into the warmth. So let's talk about what we've got in here. Over on the port side, we have the U-shaped seating area with a table here as well. And again, we've got storage for your cups, for your coffee when you're underway. But a raised position here as well for seating. So when you look around, you get a really good view out of these massive windows all around the cockpit. I absolutely love the way that the boat is lit in here as well. The use of the indirect lighting I think is fantastic. I've always been a big fan of indirect lighting, so I think it creates a really nice ambience on board. Forward where the helm position is, obviously we've got the blue lighting there, and aft where we are now in the seating area, we've got the lighter lights, but I think it creates a really nice ambience. Over here aft, this window can be opened up as well, so again, if you are operating the boat in warmer climates, then you can open that and have a seamless connection to the cockpit area as well. But right, let's head over here. Over on the starboard side, this is where we've got the galley. So again, very practical, very well laid out galley over here. You're actually behind the navigator's position here as well, but if you're cooking up a meal or if you're getting food ready for your guests, then the way that everything is set out in here, you can interact with everyone really easily, because over here obviously is where we've got the seating, obviously up forward is where we've got the helm position. But yeah, you can move around here, there's plenty of space, plenty of cabinetry up here as well to stow away all of your stuff. And over here, look, we've got a Dometic fridge over there, look. And again, look, the LED lighting, I absolutely love it. Really good use of LED lighting. Open this up as well, give you an idea of the depth that you've got in terms of the storage on here. And look, more drawers over here. And obviously we've got the twin stainless steel sink over here. 4-burner induction hob over here as well. And look, open that up. And that is where you can keep your trash under there. And over here, we have a little dishwasher and a microwave as well. And over here on this side, we've got some more area here. We can stow away some stuff. In case you're wondering as well, so if you're sat over on the seating area, you want to enjoy watching your favourite YouTuber or whatever, we do have a TV that's retracted into this part of the cabinetry as well. So when you're sat over there, this TV will pop up and it creates a really nice entertainment area. So yeah, there we have the entertainment area, the galley over there on the starboard side. Let's come and take a look at the navigator's position over here as well. Now, when you're underway and you're punching through the waves at 50 knots, it's vital that you have somebody that have got eyes on the charts, because obviously this boat is made for fast navigation. The fact you've got such a big screen here as well. Now the screen can actually flip up, so if you want to have this up at an elevated angle, so you can do what you need to do in terms of navigation, this does come up, but as you can see at the moment, it's flush here. But yeah, I mean, all the charts on here, big charts, so when you are doing the fast navigation, you get a really good picture for where you are, where you're going to be going, the depth and everything else. But yeah, I love it. I think it's a really good touch. And obviously this seat here can swivel around. So at the moment we're facing forward, but if you want to, obviously you can face into the chart. As if by magic, here we have the screen angled. So look, personally, I'd probably prefer using the chart like this, at this angle. But you've got everything on here that you need. It displays all the ship systems as well. But yeah, look, it's a really intuitive, interactive display. But that's where we are obviously at the moment, and later on we're going to head out on our sea trial. We're going to come through here and head out here somewhere, and it is quite windy out there today, so we are expecting some white horses out there that we'll have a chance to run over. But no, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, this is the navigator's position. So over here on the port side of this area, we have another seating area, again a raised seating area over here, but it's a great place for your guests to sit and watch everything. You can see everything here. You can obviously see the helm position. You can have a chat over to the navigator as well at the same time as you're enjoying your coffee whilst you're on the way. And again, look, we've got the big windows, and also as well, you'll notice in the overhead we have these windows up here, so you've got lots of natural light coming into this area. If you wanted to, you could fit blinds up there as well, so if you wanted to close them off, then you can do that. Over here on the port side, we've got a hatch, again ventilation coming in, all that natural light with the fresh air coming in just creates a really nice environment in here. And again, those blue LED lights, I absolutely love them. But yeah, very comfortable seating area, and you see as well we've got plenty of stuff to grab onto, so when you are moving around the boat, when you are punching through the heavy stuff, you've always got something you can hang on to as well. But over here, obviously my favourite part, the helm position. I mean, check this out. It's absolutely stunning. If I jump over here and sit in the captain's seat, now I have been told that later on when we go on our sea trial, I'll get to actually helm the boat as we're motoring along at 50 knots, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. But of course, big sporty steering wheel over here. Got our digital chart over here on the left hand side. Over here on this other Garmin screen, obviously you've got the wind speed, but you can set this up and configure it according to how you want to as well. But this is a glass cockpit, so it's a glass display, everything you need within easy reach. Obviously over here we've got the display for speed, everything else you need to monitor whilst you're underway. Throttle control levers over here, so again within easy reach. Humphrey interceptors, controls there for the Humphrey interceptors. Controls over here on the left hand side for the bow thruster. We've got stern thrusters on this boat as well. But yeah, if I just sit back, you've got a fantastic view. I mean, obviously you've got this big glass in front of you now. This glass, as you would expect, is reinforced. So you don't have to worry about if you do get a big breaking wave coming over the bow there. With this reinforced glass, you're very safe and very secure. And again, it just harks back to the heritage of this boat. You know, like I said at the beginning of the video, Safehaven Marine have been building all-weather search and rescue pilot boats, patrol boats for the last 25 years. So they've brought all that knowledge and all that skill into this boat, and it is really breathtaking. I absolutely love it. Of course, over here on the right-hand side, we've got a seat where you can have your co-pilot come and sit, and they can keep an eye on other things as well. Obviously, we've got a depth sounder over here. Interestingly, as well, at the moment, we've got a wind speed of 20 knots, and we're pretty sheltered here. So it'd be interesting to see what the conditions are like out there later on when we go out on our sea trial. And obviously over here, we've got a CCTV display as well. So yeah, fantastic setup. I really, really like it, really comfortable. I love the center console here, the way it protrudes out. And another feature that I'm going to have to show you with the help of Jack's handy camera work is this here. So here we have a glass window that when you're underway, I mean, it's a bit hard to see at the moment just because of the weather. It's quite warm in here and obviously it's cold out there. But through here is where you will see the hydrofoil. This hydrofoil will lift the hull at speeds over 20 knots. By reducing drag, it increases efficiency, cutting fuel consumption by up to 25%, while also enhancing stability for a smoother ride at high speeds. So when this boat does go up on the foil, you can come back here and have a look through down into the water and see that, which again, I think is a really, really nice touch. It's not something I expected to see, but the fact that it's there, I absolutely love it. Really good touch, really good touch. Right, let's head down into the starboard hull and I'll show you the master cabin. Of course, you can close this off if you want to as well. This door slides across, but check this out. Now, when Frank, the owner of Safehaven Marine, the founder of Safehaven Marine, was showing me around earlier on, before I came down here, I had an expectation of what I thought this would look like. And it's completely different from what I expected. Because look, over here on the starboard side, we have an area where you can call this your office, right? So if, like me, you're a bit of a digital nomad and you rely on the internet to do and run your business, when you are at anchor or whilst you're underway, you can come and sit down here. You can set your laptop here, and what a view you've got out of these windows. You've got a seating area over here as well. So in the morning, if your other half wants to come and sit down here and grab a coffee, that they can sit here, they can watch the TV over there on that bulkhead, or just enjoy the seascape, enjoy the view. But yeah, such a fantastic use of space. Considering we're on a catamaran, you would expect this area to not be as voluminous as it is. But yeah, it's just an absolutely fantastic design, really, really good design. Right, let's step over here. And what I might do now, Jack, is just show, obviously, the bed here. Now look, when you're laying in here and you're looking up, you've got no fewer than 4 windows up there that you can look out and enjoy the view when you wake up in the morning. I love the fact we've got this light feature over here as well. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, really, really good use of indirect lighting all around. And obviously getting in and out of the bed, you can clamber over here or come up on this side, and you've got plenty of space and headroom as well. In terms of getting access, look, obviously on the other side of that is where we've got the helm. So if you wanted to get access to any of the electronics, then you've got ready access there, look. Let's just shut that up and come back down this way, and I'll show you over here, have the hanging locker space. So decent amount of space in there, fire extinguisher down there as well, look. But I love the green hue that we get down here, thanks to that LED lighting. And look, if I open this one up as well, we've got some more storage space in there. I'll shut that one up and pop this one open for you, and some more hanging locker space as well. But look, you know, as my regular viewers and subscribers know, I'm 6'4", and look, I've got a few inches above me, but it's really wide. And again, it's just not what I was expecting on a catamaran, just the amount of space you've got down here. You know, I've been on boats that have been, you know, a lot bigger than this, but don't have this much space in the starboard hull. So really, really good use of space. As we head forward here, we take a little step down, and here we have the ensuite. Glass sink over here, and look, we'll open that up. I'll show you a view of that in a minute, but we've got some more storage over there. Obviously toilet over here on the starboard side. Again, more windows over here as well, so you're getting lots of natural light coming in, and a big shower up here forward. If I just step in here, look, that's a decent sized shower. As being someone who enjoys showers that last at least 30 minutes, I'd be quite happy spending half an hour in this shower. But yeah, so that is the master cabin. So as you can see, plenty of room down here, plenty of natural light coming in. We've got another hatch over here that can be opened up to get some more fresh air and ventilation in here as well. But yeah, you don't feel like you are on a catamaran. You feel like you're on a monohull boat because of the amount of space you've got down here. And in fact, what I might do, Jack, I'll pop this hatch open and just show them, look, this area down there. It's got some tanks down there, and the boat does have a water maker on board as well. And if you're wondering where that is, if I pop up this hatch, the water maker is just down there aft above a tank. If you're wondering, we've got power points over here, USB-C point in there as well. Over here we have the controls for the water maker as well. So start, stop, flushing on there as well. Okay, right, let's spin around. In fact, what I'll do, Jack, is I'll show them here as well, because look, if I open this up, oh yeah, cheers Frank. Again, what we were talking about earlier on about the use of space, literally every area on this boat is utilised for space in terms of the machinery, everything you'd expect to find on a boat like this. But yeah, look, check this out. Look, if I come down here, descend these 3 steps, and what I might do, Jack, I might grab the camera off you and just show them what it's like down here. So yeah, look at this. All the electrical gear over there on that bulkhead, all the switch gear, but look how high up that goes. Again, just so much space down here. Really, really impressive. Right, I'll hand that back over to you, Jack. Thank you very much. I'll emerge out of here and step up. And what I'm going to do now is Frank's going to shut that for us. Thank you, Frank. When Frank first opened these stairs and I had an image in my mind of what was down here, I literally thought it was just the area immediately under the stairs. To look over to the right and see this area here utilised for all the electrical gear is really, really impressive. Right, let's ascend up these 3 steps, back into the main cabin again. And look, as you come up and you have a look around here, look, you can see again the lighting on here. I absolutely love it. Obviously the area over here that we were talking about earlier on, the raised seating area underneath. You've got some more storage under there, look. At the moment we've got life jackets and other bits in there. But let's head down into the porthole and I'll show you the guest cabin or the VIP cabin. Again, these can be shut off as well. thanks to this sliding door. Again, really voluminous area here. If you're lucky enough to be a guest on this boat, you're definitely not going to be wanting for space here. We've got a TV over here on this bulkhead, obviously some storage there, and opposite, again, look, we've got another seating area. So if you want to set up your laptop over here, check up on some emails, you can do that whilst enjoying the view again. And over here behind this door, we have the ensuite. So if I step in here, got a window over here that can be opened up for ventilation. Another little window up there as well. Mirror over here, obviously a sink, more storage underneath that. And here we have the shower with a rain head fitting up there, and a detachable handheld part as well. But again, look, plenty of space in here. Really nice. Right, let's head out here. Over here on the port side, obviously, we've got the double bed. But something that I really like is, look, if you come over here, Jack, and show them in here, look, you've got another berth in there. So if you're on here with, you know, your son or your daughter, they want to come out for a voyage as well, then they can come and kip up here. And they're definitely going to be nice and secure in there as well. Absolutely love it. And of course, up here, we've got another window. You can see the blinds shut at the moment, but you can open that up. But just look at how much space you've got in here. The headroom in here, the setup. If you want to, again, Safehaven Marine offer a good level of customization on these boats. So instead, if you wanted to have 2 cabins down here, you can do that as well. So you can have the master cabin over in the starboard hull, and you can turn the port hull into 2 guest cabins if you want to. What I might do actually, Jack, as well, show them some of the storage in there, and also under that one as well. Under here, got 2 power points, USB-C connection as well, another one up there. Now I'm wondering, is it raining? Because I'd like to show them the Flybridge, but what's it looking like, Frank?
No.
Raining?
No, it's okay now, right at this moment.
What do you reckon, Jack? Should we try it? Yeah. Let's do it, let's go. Okay, so this is where the DJI mic's going to come into its own because it's pretty windy up there. But let's come up onto the Flybridge and show you around up here. So look, plenty to grab onto as you're coming up these steps. And wow, what a setup we've got up here. So over on the starboard side, obviously we have the helm position. When you are coming back alongside, you can actually raise this whole helm section up as well. So it's up to a level that's easier to operate, throttle control levers. And obviously when you are underway and you're sitting here, it can be lowered as well. Got the digital display for the MAN engines over here, the control for the bow thrusters, Garmin digital display over here on the left hand side, another one over here on the right, the other digital display monitor for the Starboard MAN engine on there as well. But yeah, look, a really good commanding view up here if you're lucky enough to be operating the boat where it's warm and sunny. Right, let me show you the radar arch. Absolutely love this radar arch, colour coded. Obviously we've got our FLIR pod over here, so our forward looking infrared pod. We've got 2 satellite domes as well, and our black Garmin radar. I love the fact that the radar is black, that matches the radar mast. Really nice touch. Aerials up there as well, and obviously steaming lights, and also really bright LED lights up there as well. Over here on the port side, we've got a seating area that you can see. There we go, fantastic area to sit whilst you're underway. And if you did want to have a windbreaker up here, you can do, but bear in mind, if you did have that and didn't have it open like it is now, you probably lose about a knot off your maximum speed. Personally, I'd probably just have it like this, but if you did want to have that perspex off, you can do that as well.
And in case you were wondering, yes, I will be featuring Safehaven Marine's latest Interceptor 60 pilot boat on my channel, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see what this brand new pilot boat looks like on the inside.
Right, so that is the Flybridge, and obviously if you want to and you need to, you can shut this hatch down as well. Right, let's make hay while the sun shines and get out of there before the next rain system comes in. So if we head up to the bow on the starboard side there, because I'm going to be protected from the wind on this side, I'll show you, look, again, just how much space you've got. Blue LED lights dotted along the superstructure here, passing past the boarding gate that we jumped on board through earlier on. But yeah, look, we're quite lucky at the moment because it's not raining, so I've got my mic obviously, so you're still going to be able to hear me quite well. Jack, if you stay there, and what I'll do is, look, if I come all the way up here, I mean, look how much space you've got. I'm up right obviously on the bow at the moment. You get a good idea in terms of the shear of the boat, the angle of the boat. Over here amidships you have a seating area. So you've got a U-shaped seating area here. And look, if I sit down here, get my bum wet and show you, this is a great area to enjoy a cocktail or a beer or two. Again, if you are lucky enough to be operating the boat in a warmer climate than what we're in at the moment. But yeah, I really like that. And again, after that is where we've got the glass that leads down into the main master cabin where we were earlier on, and we looked up and you can see through the 4 windows. They're the 4 windows there. Of course, got 2 anchors on this boat as well, one on the port side, one over there on the starboard side. But if you come up here, Jack, we get a really good view of that reverse angle bow from here as well. But again, you can see just how slim that part of the bow is as it pierces through that wave, and obviously the wave's going to come up and hit that spray rail and keep as much water off the deck as possible. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. And again, look, you can get a good view now of the bridge windows, really big windows, big size windscreen wipers on there as well. No doubt we're going to see them in operation as we head out into the rough stuff in a minute. So yeah, right, let's head back down starboard side deck.
The toughened glass on the bridge is actually 20mm thick and 12mm thick in the hull.
Of course, in terms of safety, high guardrails there as well. So you've got plenty to grab onto again as you're moving around the boat whilst you're underway. And also we've got a CCTV camera over there. A really good place actually for the CCTV camera. So when you are at the helm position, you can keep a really good eye on what's going on when you're bringing the boat back alongside. Really good touch there. Right, I think what we'll do, Jack, we'll go back into the main cabin. Back in here. Right, so the plan now, we're going to go out and do a sea trial on this beautiful boat. I'm going to shoot some B-roll footage. I'm also going to get a chance to drive the boat as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Jack, you've done a fantastic job being the cameraman. Right, let's go. Let's go out and see what this boat is all about. So here we are at the moment that I've been waiting for. Been waiting a long time for this actually. We've just finished filming the boat tour video and now we're going to head out and see what this boat is all about in terms of boat handling and speed and everything else. Next to me obviously I've got the man himself, Frank, at the helm. Frank, what sort of weather conditions are we expecting out there today?
Well, I think it's maybe 6, 7, you know, not particularly bad. We might have a bit of chop at the harbour entrance with the ebb tide coming against the waves, but yeah, we'll see. You never really know till you get out there.
See, that's interesting. 6 or 7. Now, a lot of people probably would think, "Oh my God, 6 or 7. I'm not going to venture out in that." But that is what this boat is all about, right?
Yeah,
it's about
nothing to us.
Yes,
nothing to us.
Well, you've been out in what, gale force 10 conditions before in this?
Yeah, this has been out in force 11, 60 knots of wind. Yeah.
So force 11, 60 knots of wind.
7-8 metres seas, breaking seas. So yeah.
I mean, that is incredible. And for people like me who love the kind of rough weather stuff, that is what this boat is all about. So yeah, I'm really excited to see. If I just quickly spin the camera around, you can see, look, we've got a few white horses already and we've literally just left the marina. So stay tuned and we'll see what it's like out there. So I was just looking at this beautiful, beautiful glass dashboard here, and look, I was looking at the wind speed at the moment, 23, 24 knots. But something I absolutely love is the fact you've even got the Belfort scale up there as well. Look. I know that many of you watch Safehaven Marine's videos on YouTube. You would have seen them taking out their pilot boats and doing the sea trials in the big breaking seas. Well, that's actually where we're heading to now. So you can just see the two land masses over there on the port side, one over there on the starboard side. That is where the infamous videos of the pilot boats, search and rescue boats built by Safehaven Marine, that is where they are tested when those big storms come in, and that's where we're heading to right now.
Pilot boats out there as well. Yes, they're in that little pouch. There's a little silver container. They're in that. Do you see it?
Yeah. If you've ever been on a boat and tried to fly a drone in gnarly conditions, then you appreciate the kind of skill that you need to get the drone back up in the air, but also to get it back on board the boat. Now, normally when I go out on these sea trials, I bring my own drone and have to risk it going into the sea if it all goes wrong. But thankfully today, I've not got my own drone. Instead, we've got Safehaven Marine's capable pilot. Now, if I just spin the camera around, look, and make my way over here, hold on to the grab rails, look. Here we have the drone ready to go up. Are you confident we're going to keep the drone? It's going to come back?
Hopefully, I'll do my best.
So look guys, if you follow Safehaven Marine on social media and you've been watching their videos of their boats going out in the gnarly sea trials, this is the man, this is the guy who is the capable hands behind the drone. So a lot of people admire your work, a lot of people admire your piloting skills as well. So let's have a bet. Do we think the drone's going to come back in one piece today?
50-50.
I'll bet you a pint of Guinness on it.
No problem, you're on.
As you can see, look, if I come back up here, plonk myself back down. I must admit, if it was my drone, I'd be very, very nervous about sending it up, but these guys are professionals. They're used to sending up the drone in this kind of weather. But as you can see, we've got pretty big seas out there, and we're not even that far away from land yet. So we've only been out now probably about 5 minutes, and already we're finding some big swells out here, and straight away the first thing that I notice is just how comfortable it is being on this boat, riding through these waves. Really, really impressive.
Sorry.
No, you're all right.
Get ready to go?
Yeah, when you're up. ship there as well, yeah.
So look, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but look, there's the drone just up there, look, off our port bow. That will be a fantastic shot, because over to our starboard side, you probably can't see it just now, but we do have a ship making her way out as well. But yeah, look at that. No, fair play to DJI for building drones that are able to go out in these kind of conditions. You're still there, look. I'm looking forward to seeing the footage from that later on. So we're currently making our way over to one of Safehaven Marine's pilot boats that is out here at the moment, operating in these conditions, and that'll be a really nice sight actually, especially with the drone up at the moment, getting some footage of the T2000 alongside or next to one of Safehaven Marine's incredible pilot boats as she operates out here. That'll be some really nice shots. The drone's been up actually probably for about 5 minutes now. Kenny's doing a really fantastic job. Got some really good close-up shots as we come out here and punch through these pretty moderate seas. And the drone is still up there somewhere.
Turn on the good, Ken. He's going back, so what we'll do is we'll just run alongside him, Ken. You okay for battery?
Yeah, 56.
How much?
56. Another 10 minutes left.
And there we have Safehaven Marine's pilot boat off our port side over there, punching through those big waves. Look at that. I was saying to Frank earlier on actually, I think for me, being the helm on one of these pilot boats would be my dream job. Look at that. She effortlessly handles those following seas. We're going to turn around now and run alongside her with the drone still up. You can see the drone just up there, look, off our starboard bow. About 15 feet above the water at the moment. As we spin around,
You open the back.
Safehaven Marine's pilot boat should now be on our starboard quarter. And there she is, just over there. So this will be some really good shots. You can have the T2000 in the front of the shot with Safehaven Marine's pilot boat in the rear of the shot. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing that footage. Currently 24 knots of wind at the moment. 15 metre seas here in terms of the depth. And there she is, look, the pilot boat just coming into shot now. With the drone over there on the port side, off the port bow. Yeah, having watched so many of Safehaven Marine's sea trial videos in the rough seas with their drone up, it really is a privilege to be on board the T2000 and actually watch how this incredible team get their footage together that many millions of people have enjoyed, both on their Facebook page and obviously on their YouTube channel as well. But there we have it, look, the Cork pilot boat over there on our starboard side. Speed now at the moment 18 knots, just under 18 knots at the moment. There she is over there on our starboard side, look. What a job that must be. You get to come out and enjoy all sort of weather conditions in boats that you know are capable of handling them. Remember, Safehaven Marine, they've been building these kind of boats now for 25 years. 25 years of experience of building these extremely capable all-weather boats. So we're in the following seas now, look. And there she is over there. Up to 24 knots of speed there, we got up to a minute ago. And that drone must really be feeling the pressure up there.
You okay, Ken? Okay, we're landing, yeah?
Okay, so we're going to bring the drone back in now. We get to witness Kenny's piloting skills firsthand now. I'm glad it's not me having to get my drone back in, I must admit, because I pretty much am sure that I would probably end up ditching the drone into the sea. It's very hard. I think people that don't fly drones on a regular basis on boats don't really have an understanding of just how hard it is to get the drone up, but also to get it back. Because you obviously got to weigh up how much battery you got left, the conditions of the sea, the rolling of the boat. But let's go and watch the expert do his thing. Okay, look, as you can see, they got a big net they use to catch the drone. During conditions like these, yeah, okay, you might lose a prop or two, but at least you're going to get the drone back, and more importantly, you're going to get the footage the drone's captured as well. So let's have a quick look up here, look. So obviously we're idle at the moment in terms of the boat's engines, but there's a big swell out there, as you can see. Anyway, look, the drone just coming into sight now, look, in sports mode, so the automatic avoidance, obstacle avoidance is off. And this is the bit, there you go, look at that, straight into the net. And that, my friends, is how Safehaven Marine are able to get their epic footage of their boats, pilot boats. Well done, Kenny, good job. That's how Safehaven Marine are able to get their epic footage of their pilot boats out on sea trials. Thanks to that big net. It's probably something I need to invest in, maybe. But yeah, great job there. Absolutely fantastic job. So we've just recovered the drone, and you know, something that is really worthwhile pointing out is, look, the engines are currently in idle. One of the benefits of being on the catamaran is, look, even though we've got the seas beam on at the moment on our port side, you see how stable the boat actually is. You've got about 2, 3, maybe 4 metre seas out here. As I say, look, she's in idle and she feels incredibly stable. Absolutely breathtaking, really is. And that's the thing, I think that's the thing that's really important to point out, is that a boat like this, these are the kind of conditions that boats like these are built for. Just take it in a stride. As I say, look, beam on seas there, look. With another ship coming in. Very, very impressive. So, after getting the drone back safely onto the boat, we're heading back into the relatively sheltered waters with the following seas at the moment. But look, as you can see, this boat is just taking it in her stride. 30 knots, effortless. But now comes the part where we're going to try and get the boat up to a top speed of just over 50 knots. But obviously you can't do that in the rough weather, so we're going to come back in and find a bit more of calmer seas and see what she can do, see what she's capable of. So a bit of an update. We've come back into slightly more sheltered waters now. We're going to put the drone up, or the drone's just gone up. Kenny's launched that again. We're going to do some speed runs now. As is the way with these DJI drones, there's still enough battery in there to get the drone up and get some shots of us underway at high speed. So we're also going to get a good look at a rooster tail produced by this boat when she is going at those higher speeds. Let me come over here. Look, I don't want to disturb Kenny. I'm not going to interrupt him, but just to show you, I mean, that is going to be some great footage. Look at that. You can probably notice on there as well on the display it says strong wind warning, so the drone really is being put through its paces. But look at that, really good shot. And like I said earlier on in the video, any of you who fly drones on a regular basis will know how hard it is to get a shot like that. But Kenny's doing a really good job. But look, if we head aft now, look at that. I mean, check that out. Now that is a proper rooster tail. Look at that. Not quite sure what our speed is at the moment. I'll probably hazard a guess and say maybe 25, 30 knots. That rooster tail leaping up into the air. The noise of those twin MAN 1550 horsepower V12 engines. Absolutely beautiful. That's music to my ears. Now gone up in speed another couple of knots. You just saw the top tail of the rooster tail. There's a view back into the cabin, look. With Kenny over there on the port side, flying the drone. Frank at the helm. Quite busy out here as well in terms of the shipping. But Frank and his team, they really know these waters like the back of their hand. If I aim the mic towards the exhaust so you can hear those engines. Still literally pinching myself. The fact I'm on this boat, having watched her so closely and seen all of Frank's footage of her going out, to actually be on here. I mean, what a way to end 2024. But look, there we go. Wow, look at that. Wow, what a sight that must be from the drone. I'm looking forward to watching that footage later on. I mean, that must be 35 knots now, I'm going to guess. Maybe 40. I don't know whether you can see it in the shot, but the drone's over there off our starboard half quarter. You probably can't see it, but... I mean, these are perfect conditions, I think, for these kind of sea trials. Yes, it's nice when it's calm, flat calm, and it's sunny, but boats like these, they're not designed just to go out in the flat, calm and warm weather. They're built and designed to go out in the sort of conditions that, you know, many of you who are watching this video absolutely enjoy going out in, the gnarly stuff. And that is what it's all about, really. And come back into the cabin. And there we go, you can see what the drone can see at the moment. So she's off her bow, getting some really good shots of us running up towards her.
Okay, Frank, 200 meters back.
25 minutes of flying time still left on that drone, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. Right, so I'm back up on the helm position now in the co-pilot's chair. You see, look, the speed now 15 knots, 16 knots. 17 knots. Now up to 25 knots. 30 knots. Hear the roar of those engines. Look, as we approach 40 knots now. 43 knots. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48.2, 49 knots, just 1 knot away from the 50, 49.4, powering through, powering through. I'm amazed the drone's keeping up with us actually. 49.5, 49.6, 49.7, 49.9, almost there, almost at the 50. 49.8. 50 knots, there we go, 50 knots. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm guessing now. Yeah, I mean that was fantastic. Yeah, very easy. Remember guys, it's windy, still quite a bit of chop out there. I'm guessing now that drone's probably...
On this one, we got it from the back, it's probably well impressive.
Yeah.
I'll just run up to him again.
Roger that.
I'll go back to now.
I'm going to spin around now because the DJI top speed of that DJI drone I think is probably about 35 miles an hour, but obviously we've got a lot of wind, so we're going to go and play catch up now. Go and find the drone again. So just the noise of those engines, the amount of power. Those France Helicles surface drives, SD5 surface drives. Optimal drives for this boat. Okay, look, we've done the turn and we're already back up to 45 knots. Wow, look at that. Wow, that is incredible. That is unbelievable. Just the speed and the feel of those engines, the noise. Obviously the rooster tail's not as high because we're going into the wind. And as soon as the top of that rooster tail is catching the wind, it's obviously blowing it back down again. She just feels so incredibly stable. That's got to be 50 knots now, I'd imagine. Wow. And look at that. Considering we're doing 50 knots, I don't know how much the boat weighs at the moment, but she's got a maximum weight of 40,000 kilograms. But anyway, look, there's hardly any wake over there. If you looked at that wake, you would not guess that a 70-foot boat has just been doing 50 knots. It's minimal wake. Turning around now to starboard. So we've got the wind off our port side at the moment. I'm going to do a bit of an S-turn. I've got no idea where that drone is. Look at that, really good sharp turns, but the boat is pretty much staying level, even though she's up against the wind. We've got a strong tide here as well. Now taking the wind over on our starboard side. Very, very impressive handling. We're going to be powering back up again. Look how quickly that rooster tail comes back up. Literally within a matter of seconds. thanks to those vented props, the efficiency in terms of the boat's ability to go from a standing start to high speed is really, really incredible. And that's why boats like this have those kind of vented props, to make sure you get maximum efficiency. Look at that again, just powering straight up through the speed, back up to plus 35 knots. Obviously I'm not at the helm, so I don't know what the speed is, I can only guess, but judging by the roar of the engines, just how quickly everything's flashing by us, that's got to be between the 45 and 50 knot mark. But look, if the weather was a bit better and it was sunny, what a great place to come and sit and enjoy the view over here on the port side. Wow, that was exhilarating. That was incredible. And as we slow down a little bit, you can get a bit of a view through the glass there.
Oh yeah, I've got some B-roll of the hydrofoil.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not to do that. Hard to remember to do it. You sure you're okay? Yeah. Any doubts, give us a shout.
That felt incredible standing out there in the cockpit.
Yeah. The sense of speed is just off the scale.
Just the power, and like you say, the speed.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable, mind-blowing. We're going to try and get the drone back in now. So Kenny's over there, look, on the starboard side. And there she is, look. Oh, wow, he's going to try and catch her. Okay. Look, that's a good way of getting the drone back in. So face the drone forward away from you, and there you go, grab it. And there she is. Great job. Right, so here we are. I'm at the helm. I've got my course. On the throttles we go. Incredibly responsive, very, very responsive. Got up to 20 knots already in a matter of seconds. Just the power at your hand here. And really, really noticing the benefit of those vented props all the way down now. Wow. Already up to 40 knots in a matter of seconds. I'll keep my eye forward now rather than looking at the camera. Minor adjustments onto the steering there to keep our course. 48 knots. 49 knots. Wow. You would not look, when you look out the window, you would not think we're doing 50 knots. 50.3. Just handles the conditions so well. Really kind of grips to the water thanks to that hydrofoil. And those France Helicles drives really doing what they're designed to do. Minimal effort. Still at 50.3 knots. Absolutely incredible. And that hydrofoil just lifting us up there, so skipping over those white horses that you can see. Wow. Obviously at the moment we're heading into the wind. This seat is so comfortable as well. Skipping over those waves. 49.9. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Now, safe to say, that is without a doubt one of the most exhilarating experiences I've had at the helm of a boat. Definitely worth the wait. And a massive thank you to Safehaven Marine as well for inviting me out here to experience this. feel really, really honoured, very privileged. What a way to end 2024 in terms of the trips that I've done this year. Absolutely incredible. And look, already we've come off the throttle and we're still doing 30 knots. But it doesn't feel like it at all. This is minimal effort to keep this speed. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that was a good run.
Wow.
Turn around.
Round to port, yeah? Yeah, turn around to port. There we go, look. Still 17 knots on the turn. So now the wind on our starboard bow. Come back around so we've got the wind behind us.
Basically follow your wash back home now.
Oh, there we go. So I'm going to follow the wash back. Continue the turn round to port. Start to take off the turn now. Find our wake that we've just left. Back round to starboard. There we go, look. These are well worth having on a boat like this. They make the steering so much easier. There we go, look, just found the wake there. Start to take the starboard turn off. Back to amidships.
Yeah, just kind of straight down now.
There we go, look. Again, already we're doing 25 knots. Yeah, for someone who's only ever helmed a boat with traditional either IPS or outboard engines, to helm a boat that has those France Helicles SD5 drives is just phenomenal. They're so responsive. And just those vented props, again, you can really get a feel for how that whole system is operating. The way that you don't lose any of that torque when you're going through the power range. Just incredible, absolutely incredible. And again, 32 knots, but it doesn't feel like it, because it just doesn't feel like the boat is having to work hard to get to and maintain that speed of 32 knots. Very, very comfortable drive, very comfortable. Still 32 knots. So at this speed of 30 knots, each engine is burning around 131 litres of fuel per hour, which is incredible when you think about it. Those MAN 1550 horsepower V12 engines burning that much fuel at this speed. You can see why and how this boat has such an incredible range. You know, think about it, doing this sort of speed you can cover 1,000 nautical miles. So if you are out operating the boat and you want to go out in between weather windows, it's the perfect boat to do that, because you can get to and maintain that speed in adverse conditions as well. You don't have to be in flat calm conditions. Just incredible. So we've just finished the sea trial part of the video, and wow, what an experience that was. You know, driving this boat at 50 knots, just incredible, absolutely incredible. You know, far exceeded my expectations. She's got the handling of what you'd expect a rib to have, but she's a 70-foot boat, remember. But anyway, we're going to go back alongside now. I'm going to shoot some footage in the engine room. As you can see, hairs all over the place, still pretty windy. But yeah, we're going to go down into the engine room, shoot some footage down there, and also as well, we do have time to get on board the pilot boat. So we're going to go on the pilot boat, have a look around there. Really looking forward to that. That's something I know you, my subscribers, will probably enjoy. So yeah, just what an incredible experience. Absolutely blown away. I'm really looking forward to editing the video and putting it together. Such a beautiful part of the world as well. I've never been here before, but absolutely stunning countryside. Really nice. But anyway, yeah, let's get back alongside and we'll go down into the engine room. So we just finished our sea trial. What an experience that was. Absolutely blown away by the performance and the handling of this boat. It really was an honour. But earlier on in the video I said that we'd come back down into the engine room to talk about the engines on the boat and obviously the different options for engines as well. Who better to talk us through that than Frank, the man himself. Frank, first and foremost, thanks for having me on board. I've really enjoyed it. I know you've got a massive loyal following on social media, so it's been a real honour to come down here today.
Been a pleasure.
So, right, at the moment we're looking at the MAN 1550 horsepower V12 engines. What made you pick these engines for hole number one?
Yeah, so this V12 MAN engine is 23.5 litres in size. And at 1550 horsepower, it's actually on a light-duty commercial rating. So the engine's very lowly stressed. I think they do this engine at 2,200 horsepower on a typical pleasure boat application. So you can see at 1550 horsepower, even at 35, 40 knot cruise, we're only running about 70% load.
Wow.
So the engine will last forever. It has 1,000 hours per year she can be run, so which is an awful lot for a pleasure boat.
And if someone's watching this video and they're thinking about commissioning the build of their own T2000, what engine options are available to them?
Yes, I mean this is the top engine option. The second boat we're building for a client in the UAE. She's fitted with the same engines but at 2,000 horsepower, so she's probably going to be knocking on the door 60 knots. For less extreme speed applications, we can come down to about 1,000 horsepower. And there's different types of propulsion units we can use as well. We can use conventional stern gear, where you're kind of limited to a speed of about 40, 42 knots, just simply because of appendage drag. We can also use water jets, and they're fabulous as well for manoeuvrability. So there's a whole range of different options. We can even use IPS drives, but for the ultimate speed and handling and performance, you really can't beat MAN V12 engines and surface drives.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being up on the cockpit when that rooster tail was up when we were doing 50 knots.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It was just an incredible experience. And in terms of fuel capacity, what kind of fuel capacity can an owner have with the T2000?
Yes, I mean, the maximum we can have, I think this is about 10.5, maybe 11,000 litres, so let's say 10,000 litres. And at a cruise speed of 30 knots with just 10% range, using 131 litres per engine, something like that, you've got 1,000 nautical miles, albeit in good conditions. You have to be, honestly, in rough weather, you're going to lose that range. It's just inevitable. But we can use less massive fuel capacity. I mean, the tanks are huge. I mean, this is the fuel tank here to here.
Oh wow, okay, so, behind this bulkhead here.
Yeah, so it's taking actually quite a bit of accommodation space.
Yeah. With
a less extreme fuel capacity, something like 3,000, 3,500 litres, which would be the typical fuel capacity of a boat this size. Then you can have even greater accommodation because the tank is taking up basically a berth. Yeah,
because the tanks take up so much space. And in terms of fresh water, how much fresh water does this particular boat carry?
Yeah, so she has a 400 litre freshwater tank augmented with a water purification system. We didn't want to carry too much water because it's just weight, and there's no point carrying that weight if you can create your own fresh water. So yeah,
absolutely. And I must say, this is the only engine room that I've been in where there's a light feature like this.
Yeah. If you've got a pair of V12s, you've just got to show it off. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shoot some footage around the rest of the engine room. But Frank, thanks for joining us. Thanks for talking to us about these engines. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Cheers, guys. And I'll now film the rest of the engine room and show you around. So here is the view of the engine. Obviously, you can walk around the engine as well. It's really good headroom down here. And look, even underneath the engine is still backlit with red LED lighting. But as you can see, look, there's plenty of room and space down here. So you can do all your basic maintenance tasks on the engine, and look, you can get all the way around here as well. And if I stand here in this section of the engine room and just pan around, you get a really good feel for this space. Right, let's head aft. So at the moment I am in the port hull at the moment. Over here on the starboard side we have our generator, of course, and then behind that we have all the setup and the system for the drives, the SD5 drives there. over on that bulkhead. Of course, this is the access point down into the engine room via this ladder here, and over here on the port side, the water intake, and a big commercial industrial size air intake there as well for the engine room. Over here on this bulkhead we have the fuel polishing system as well as the fuel filters as well. So look, as you can see, everything is really nicely laid out down here. Everything is really easy to access. Got the commercial grade firefighting system up there as well. But yeah, very impressive engine room. And look, if I head back aft, you can see the shaft there just through that grated hatch, and look, leading all the way up to the transom there. But yeah, look at that, really heavy duty professional stuff down here. There's the controls up there for the Humphrey interceptors as well. Very impressive and very warm as well. I think it's probably the warmest I've been all day, I think. And while we're here, let's just step down into the starboard engine room. Down these steps. And there we go, look. Just to give you a quick look around the starboard engine room. As you'd imagine, being a catamaran, symmetrical catamaran, everything down here is pretty much as you find in the other engine room. But look at that light feature. Absolutely love it. If you've ever been in an engine room that has a light feature like that, then let me know, because I've been on hundreds of boats and I've never seen that before. But yeah, there we go, look. Fuel filters over here, polishing system. On the starboard bulkhead there, look. And the big commercial fan again. And the Humphrey interceptor controls. SD5 controls over there as well. Right, let's go back up into the cockpit. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this boat tour and sea trial as much as I have. You know, I've been waiting such a long time to come down here and film this boat. She's so incredible in terms of her seaworthiness, in terms of her capabilities, her top speed, the drive system she's got on board. She's just such a special boat. And I'd like to say a massive thank you to Frank and his team at Safehaven Marine for inviting me down here for the day to go out and experience this boat for myself. It really has been breathtaking. I've really enjoyed it. And what a way to finish 2024. I've done so many different trips this year, but I think it's safe to say this one will always hold a very special place in my heart, because I love the kind of boats that Safehaven Marine builds. You know, they've got 25 years of experience of building search and rescue, patrol boats, pilot boats, and seeing all of that experience kind of come together on this T2000 really has been incredible. If you'd like to find out more about Safehaven Marine, then I will leave a link to their website in the video description. If you haven't already, please don't forget to give the video a like, and also please do subscribe. It is really important. The more subscribers I get, the more boats like this I can get on board. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed having a look around as much as I have, looking around and taking the boat out. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.